Oh my god, it's a test! What the fuck happened with the table? Bacon, probably crispy. $4 for a cup of hot water? Bullshit, Melbourne! Hey, I'm Nick Boy, and welcome to a back pocket playback of Necrobarista. Necrobarista, made by Route 59, an Australian developer, and not only Australian developer, but a video game set in Australia in the dirty back alleyways of Melbourne coffee shops. Literally a place where no video game has ever been set before in its entire existence. So I'm very excited about this. Looking at the hold screen here, right, it's a window, there's a wet window reflecting onto a coffee shop because I thought that all of that was like old coffee dripping down the machines, and I was like, I can see why so many people are dying in your cafe. Okay, let's jump into the game. They thought of the faraway grave on the plain. See, normally I would do an accent, but I don't have to because it's set in Australia. They thought of the faraway grave on the plain. They thought of the comrade who came not again. I should probably stop mocking the dead. They lifted their glasses and sadly they said, "Oi, Sheila! We drink to the name of the mate who is dead." I shouldn't be making jokes. It's just not thematically appropriate. I should really cover up, you know, given the circumstances. It's so bloody damp down here. Bloody! You don't see that in video games. I know we're in a cellar, but I don't suppose you have a window we can open or anything. Yeah, we've got a vent that leads somewhere outside. Maddie, very Australian name. Can you open it up? Get some fresh air coming through. Can we get this over with? We've done this before, old man. You know it takes a while to set up. Calm your farm. I've never said that before in my life, but I'm gonna start today. Calm your farm, mate. I'm loving the very stylistic intro. You're more organized than last time, I see. Practice makes perfect. Hey, Maddie, there's a bunch of kids fucking around with the dead. I'm not happy with this. Che. What's up, little P? So Che's dressed like some sort of trendy wizard. So this whole thing, it's surely not legal. Maddie wasn't clear on that. Yes, the council found it confronting. Che, you dog. So, the transfer was the same sort of magic we're doing now, yes. What do you even call this sort of magic then? Oh, question's irrelevant. Come on, that was the perfect time to say necrophilia. I mean, necromancy. Well, by definition, it's conduit ritual. Looking past all the smoke and mirrors and fancy names, you could just call it baristamancy. Necromancy. It's interesting, it comes up like it's the title of the game, but we all know that's not the title of the game. The title of the game is Necrobarista. So far it has the trappings, dialogue-wise, of like a JRPG, but unlike a JRPG, I'm through the prologue in about 3 minutes, and no one seems to have repeated themselves unnecessarily. And no one seems to have repeated themselves unnecessarily. And no one seems to have repeated themselves unnecessarily. Oh! I was straight up not expecting to be able to control a character. I thought this was just like a visual novel. How exciting. This is a video game. Terminal House rules. Maddie's rules. 1. We welcome both living and dead. Patrons will be served in the order they arrived. 2. Don't ask who's alive. If someone wants you to know, they'll tell you. Okay. 3. The dead have 24 hours. Strictly enforced. 24 hours and 5 minutes is not 24. Good. I also like the idea that the alive people get to do whatever they want. Like, you're alive, no one is going to question you about whether you're alive or not. You're dead, you're in here for 1 day, and then you're out. 4. No, we don't have Wi-Fi. Yes, there's no cell reception. Whoa! Cell reception? No. It's phone reception. In fact, it's just reception. Let's go in. this one of those fancy joints where you order on an iPad, but the food's already there? It's a trap. No. What happens if I click no? This seems like, I'm in game. Have a bit of self-confidence. I'm in already. Coffee shop filled with alive people and dead people? Don't feed the eidolons? What's an eidolon? I want to know. Don't give me a chance to tap out now. Oh, that's sweet, sweet brew. The terminal, Carlton, Victoria, Australia. 3053.
Is that the postcode? Yeah, check that.
Oh, is that the postcode? I thought it was the year. And I was like, Jesus, we're still drinking coffee in Melbourne in 3053? We're still using chalkboards for menus? We're still alive? Here's the thing though. You have to think that people across the world, they're as dumb as me. I live in this country and even I don't know that that's an Australian postcode. Every single person in America is going to think your game is set in 3053. It's my favorite thing to happen in a video game this year. Is this the name of the next chapter? All right. Are these sandals or Crocs? Because that's going to really decide about how I feel about this character. Maddie sighed and began cleaning glass. She glanced up at the person who just walked in. Is that Che? I think that's Che. But he didn't seem quite ready to approach the counter. Hey, are you alive? Now here's my question. Where is the top quarter of her glasses? I keep seeing it and it looks like clipping, but it seems to be some sort of creative choice. I don't know what you wear down there in Melbourne. Hey mate, you all right? Ack! I like his little hands as well. Ah! There's a lot going on with this person. There's a lot of messaging happening here right now. Can you see me? Yeah, clear as day. You gonna order something? Right, so this is the barista. She's a waiter. Do you speak Chinese? I've been walking around for hours. Here's what I like. He hasn't changed this position. It's now been a good 2 minutes of conversation. Nobody was listening to me. I don't know how I ended up here. This is Bruce Willis in The Sixth Sense. I think you'll find it was the front door. Haha. Very unuseful to be cracking jokes to the recently dead who are worried about where they are. He chuckled nervously and took a deep breath. This, dearly departed, is the terminal. Let's check out these prices. Okay, $5 for a kombucha, that's fine. Tea, $4, the biggest ripoff of all time. Let's just take a moment to talk about you should never order tea at a cafe. You can only order tea at a cafe if you go to a cafe where they're like, all we serve is tea blends. If you go there and Earl Grey and English breakfast are on the menu, do not, bring a bag. It's fine. It's fine to BYOB, okay? BYOTB even, because $4 for a cup of hot water? Bullshit, Melbourne! Oh my God. First of all, I think her eyes are looking two different directions. It's freaking me out. Second of all, it's like she killed him. They say our coffee's to die for. I mean, if I'm this guy, I'm having a complete mental breakdown right now. So, I don't really know how to go about this. Just ask me anything, man. It's not like you're the first disheveled and disoriented dead dude to drop in. What does everyone else ask? Well, they generally start with that one. Oh, shit. See? And they always say that. This guy, he can't cope. You always this mean to everyone who comes through? Or just the pitiful ones like me? Oh, God. I don't want to hear a sob story. Come on. Grow a backbone. Just the pitiful ones. Good. Nag him. I guess that's consistent. Always felt like people saw me as a pitiful guy. Nah. I'm just kidding. No. I promise you're right. I don't know the next line. I have to look at the... I'm a fucking sad sack. I couldn't. Let me try again. I'm a fucking sad sack. That felt good. I don't even know how I died, but I bet it was pitiful and meaningless. All right, this guy needs a perk me up. I'm I'm stuck like this. Come on! I love this girl. The more introspective and quiet he gets, the like closer we get to her, and the more she turns into like my partner's European grandmother. Like, come on, what are you talking about? Now I'm sitting in a cafe for dead people, falling apart in front of the barista. Pull yourself together, my dude. He blinked and slowly came back to earth. No breakdowns in the cafe, please, she says as her face is having a breakdown. Are you? No. I'm very much alive and loving it! Avocado toast, $11.60. Avocado, $4 extra. You have 24 hours left on this plane until you have to move to the next place. 24 hours? Ah, shit. She's not good at this. You would think as a barista of a cafe filled with dead people, you would get used to this. Milkshake, $7. Okay, you want to clean that nozzle. Let me tell you, I've got a coffee machine. You want to keep that thing nice and shiny. The boys do here as well, right? We've all got coffee machines. We know what it feels like when you got that dirty, stanky milk stuck on there. Seems a bit outlandish, doesn't it? That's the word. I guess it'd be disappointing if you found out that you just died quietly in your sleep or something. No, the opposite. I would be thrilled if it turns out that I die in my sleep. Being torn to shreds by some sort of like ghost wolf, that would be disappointing. Being stabbed by my own mother, very disappointing. Being murdered by a pocketeer at the $50 level, thanks to patreon.com/backpocket. You know what, I'll take it for your money. Yeah, most people don't die from being murdered. It's mostly sickness, or old age, or lawnmower accidents. That's wild. Is everyone in here? Dead? Yeah. Whoa. What the fuck happened with the table? Yeah, you said that this was a cafe for dead people. Does that mean it's everyone? Or are some of these people really just into ghost cafes? Oh, that look. That is peak visual novel look. That is, I am into ghost cafes. That might be an oversimplification. Not everyone in here is dead. This is one of the only stopping points between here and there, so we got a lot of your type. That's why the rent is so high. Because those vampires who own the place know we get a lot of foot traffic. Literal vampires? No. Just baby boomers with lots of money. I love you. You get me. Great joke. Fuck you, Mum and Dad. So, to answer your question, there are 9 customers in here right now. That is a bold-faced lie. Out of those 9, yourself included, I'd say 4 or 5 of them are just passing through on their way to the next place. How can you tell? Once you've worked here for a while, you get sort of a sixth sense for this kind of thing. That's an in-joke. Gotcha. Speaking of sixth senses, I've got one for trouble. You have 2 sixth senses? That's great. Okay, house blend. Black or white. Steak sandwich, $12.60. Grilled cheese, we don't call it that, we call it a toasty. Eggs your way. What's in the big breakfast? Gus is really hungry now, aren't you? So I'm just gonna read out what's in the big breakfast. Eggs, mushrooms, bacon, probably crispy, grilled tomato, baked beans, black pudding, sourdough. And it's only $15.90. That's a hell of a deal. Hello! Ashley. Ashley was a young girl who adopted Maddie and Che a couple years back. By the way, I'm loving the jazzy flashback music. Much in the same way that a puppy adopts a squeaky toy. Today, she smelled strongly of motor oil. Her right arm was coated with it. Maddie knew she'd have to help clean it off the joint later. What? And she wore a look on her face that said, I'm an invincible genius. She sounds precocious. She was mostly right about that one. Maddie hated it. So, she used that motor oil smell and set her on fire. Alright, I know that look. Spit it out. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Ashley, I'm busy. Please. Hi. I could probably... Ace. Ashley, you've got to let us work. We're not going to get anything done if I keep going upstairs to hold screwdrivers and confiscate steak knives. Some things... Oh, what? I can click on it. Screwdrivers. Trying to improvise a screwdriver is a good way to end up with stripped screws. Use the right tool for the job. I mean, I don't know what kind of tooltip that is, but I'm a fan. Oh, I should have tried to click on that stuff before. Hey, why don't I take this guy? He doesn't have anything to do. He's dead. Brutal. Brutal kid. Really, it's fine. I don't have anything better to do, and I literally have tools strapped to my belt. Also, I'm super dead. I'm cool with it. That's me. Kishan. Right, Kishan. Little girl, Ashley. Barista's name is? Anyone? Anyone? Barista's name? Anyone? Callie. Kelly? Beulah? Maddie. You. Very dead guy. You sure? I can just send it back upstairs. It's fine. I just sit around to be a pain otherwise. Perfect. Come on, peon. Tell me about peon. Peon. In follower hierarchy, peons are one level below assistant, one level above minion. I would have thought that a peon is below a minion. Like, a minion, in my head, is someone that you get to do something for you. A peon is someone that you ignore. I'm gonna tweet Route 59 right now. At Route 59 games. Personally, I think peon is below minion in the hierarchy of servitude. Have they replied yet? If they get back to me, I'll let you know. So we're gonna strap a big old steak knife to it. She's talking about her motor oil arm and gonna make them fight each other. Maybe not. I love it. This is gonna be great. I wanna build something that gets put in that TV show Battle Royale with flamethrowers on it. A flamethrower? Probably not. But I want you to record the fight on my phone so we can send it to the producers. What do you have to say about my profession? Producers have a real thirst for schlock. I'll take it. All right, I'll just say hi. Maybe she won't sling a knife at me this time. Who knows? Him. Hey! It's a great shot. Ah! Intruder! Holy shit. Kishan, my buddy, my pal. Did I get him? No. You missed. Damn it. But wait, you threw that on purpose? Extremely on purpose, yes. I'm fine, by the way. This guy's just taking it. Oh, it's you. Would it have been worse if it was someone else? Okay, she definitely has a robot hand. Those are robot fingers. And she fell asleep. Oh no. Is she okay? Did I kill her? She'll wake up in 15 minutes. That looks like it's coming straight out of old mate's eyeball. But you probably shouldn't give her any more coffee. She turns into a real goblin. Oh, she told me to make her immeasurably powerful. I mean, she's not wrong. Yeah, I don't even know how I ended up sitting here attaching knives to robots. She's very convincing. You don't have to tell me, mate. She basically lives here. I used to own this place. Now I kind of sit around and cause trouble and sometimes have knives thrown at me, I guess. I'm Kishan. And I died today. From your hazy memory, certain words call out to you. These words may be the key to unlocking the mysteries of what happened in this place. Oh, okay. I can pick 7 words. Right. Oh, it's the orange words. Peon. Repair. Callus was one of them. Producers. Callus. Cosplayer. Right, maybe all of these were, because before I realized, okay, let's find out. Callous cosplayer repairs screwdrivers for producer peons. As they flutter through your mind, you focus on a few and try to remember what they meant. Oh my god, it's a test! And at a certain point in the game I said, I'm not clicking on these anymore, what's the point? Video games, you need to tell me if there's going to be a test later. You need to tell me. This is not fair. This is not fair. Okay, which ones did I click on? Peon. Repair. The terminal. Screwdrivers. The terminal. Okay, so they were coffee house related. That was boy related. Cosplayer. Guests. Callous. Guests. Producers. Melbourne. What is happening? Disgust. Guests. Perhaps with time you may be able to cling to more of the fragments that flutter through your mind. What fragments will you choose to carry with you? What is it that you find precious? I love the idea that at the end of this game, the reveal could be like producers. Hey, control. Battle Royale Robots Power Rankings. Windlast. Some memories seem to have aged you. You may have to come back to this one later. No, but I can do this one, right? Right, the map's gone there. Oh, because I picked the 7 words that I picked all had different icons attached to them, and producers, for whatever reason, is attached to Melbourne. So it's like, that's part of the code that I can unlock that memory. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere. Continue? No. Okay, so it looks like I go through those different acts and chapters and stuff, and then the words that I can click on unlock different iconography things that then I can use to unlock memories. So there's like the story of the game, and then there's, I'm guessing, those individual memories which I can go and unlock and sort of witness maybe how someone died or what their past life was like or something, which is cool. That's like an interesting idea. I like this. I know that it's a very specific style of game. I feel like there were parts of it where it went off onto these tangents where I went, come back to whatever your narrative is. I think it's easy in these kinds of games to get lost in dialogue as opposed to strong character development or pushing a plot forward. And there were times here where I feel like we diverted off into just like spinning your wheels for a while until we got back to the plot, because at the moment I'm still not quite sure what's going on. I know that dead people turn up at this cafe and they have 24 hours. What am I going to do with that 24 hours? I probably, by this point, after playing it for an hour, I would have wanted a bit more indication of what I'm going to be doing. But I am very much drawn to these kinds of games. I think that I fill in a lot of the narrative in my own head. And so I dig that. I think it looks phenomenal as well. I love the art style. It's cool seeing games like this come out of Australia, because we don't make too many things like this. We don't make these sort of story-based things. A lot of the time our stuff is just like mobile games. And speaking of mobile, still haven't heard back from them regarding my peon tweet. I'm going to be sitting on this for the rest of the day now. I've never felt this ignored. If you've played Necrobarista or you're playing it right now, we've created a channel on our Discord under the Spoiler Town thing where we can talk about it. I'm keen to hear your thoughts and like whether or not you unlocked the same kinds of memories than I did. If you're further along than I am, I'm going to keep playing, so I'd love to talk to you about where this ends up going. And we can just talk about the prices of different things on the menu, because so far that is the most on-point accurate thing in the entire video game about a coffee shop that serves dead people. And how do you get access to that Discord? Become a patron of the show. Head to patreon.com/backpocket and subscribe at the tier of your choice. My suggestion? Literally any tier. All right, we'll be back with another playback next week. Until then, Nick Boy out.